Okay. So I know I sent out a thing that said we're going to have awards tonight, but we are actually going to postpone that to Thursday to let some of our other leaders get the stuff that they need to recognize their team. So we're going to postpone that for a couple of days. And I know that's going to be okay with you guys, because we want to make sure that everybody gets shouted out and everybody that deserves it gets that recognition and gets the edification, because that's so important to celebrate what was done last month, and the ones that did it, and the ones that that we had some quick start bonus earners, and we want to make sure that everybody gets shouted out. And there was a lot of people behind the scenes that needed to be shouted out, so we're just going to put that off a couple of days, and then we'll get that taken care of on Thursday night, and I'll post it. If I'm gonna, it'll either be live or a Zoom, I'm not sure. I like doing it on Zoom so I can see people's faces, but if not, we'll do it live. But a couple of things. We have the March Manager Madness this month. If you guys are not taking advantage of that, why? Because a tank of gas is now costing $100 for some people. You can get $100 for every rank that you go up above wherever your highest rank is. But if you haven't hit rank in a while where you got back to, then you get $50 per rank above where you landed last month. So if you didn't hit any rank last month and you're a silver manager, you're going to get $100 just for getting back to silver. So bust your butt, and then corporate takes over and is going to give you $100 for gold and $100 for platinum. Set your sights big, because that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about momentum. So I want you to all get your notes out first, but all get in this headspace of knowing that you can't have little goals. Not now. Not when everybody's looking for you. You cannot have little goals. So set your goals big enough to pay for the gas for the rest of this month and next month that you're going to earn this month. And you know what? The cost of groceries are going up. The cost of goods and services are going up. The cost of everything is going up. So set your sights big. Let Zingular be your supplemental income. Go ahead and tell yourself, this is what's going to not let me be the one that lays down at night and worries about how I'm going to put food on my table. Go ahead and tell yourself that Zingular is going to be the vehicle to make sure that I can get in my vehicle and go wherever I want to, that I don't have to worry about the gas pump. I can just put my little Zingular card in there and fill up my car when I need to, and put my little Zingular card in the card holder at the grocery store, and my groceries are going to be paid for. So go ahead and right up here, you guys know, I tell you all the time, right here is your biggest battle. So tonight we are going to talk about the topic, momentum is a mindset, because that's exactly what it is. So do I need to wait and let everybody get you pen and paper? I hope everybody's got one. Most people come with one, but if not, I can wait just a minute. I hope everybody saw pictures on She Shed. I've been working out there. I would be out there now doing my first live, but it came a monsoon and I'm not going to walk in the mud, and I'm not going to drive that thing in the mud, because every time I do, I get muddy. So I hope y'all saw it though, because I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to have a training in it. That's my goal. Everybody come up for a training in the She Shed, because it's big. I don't feel like I'm being closed in on out there. So that's exciting. All right, y'all ready to go? Momentum is a mindset. So already, and I'm sure some of you can look at your numbers and you're ahead of where you were last month, which is exciting thing right now. Inactive customers are ordering. People that didn't have a subscription are signing up for subscriptions. People that only had a couple of products and subscriptions are adding a little bit more to get that free product, that we've been advertising, because you get a free product with $150 this month. So people are adding that on. And if I'm going to stop right there a second. If you have not gone through your subscription report, or you're active with no subscription report, That's number one on your list. Do that tonight before you go to bed. You go get on that list and you send those people, especially the ones that are active with no subscription, they're ordering every month anyways. Go send them a message, and there is actually verbiage in our boards. Wow, imagine that. It's already there for you. So go send them that message and tell them, set up your subscription. You're going to order anyways and get a free product. $150, get a free product. That's only like three. It's only like 3 or 4 products. So sometimes not even. It's 2-pack of lean. That's it. That's $150. So it's not that much. So make sure that you're looking at your subscription report. Look at the people who are coming tomorrow and check and see what they have in their subscriptions. Guess what? In your distributor dashboard, there is a subscription report that'll tell you what their dollar amount is. Not just the points, but tell you what their dollar amount is. So how many have never seen that? Raise your hand. Hi. Hi. If you've never seen the subscription report and the distributor dashboard. Okay, go look for it because it is amazing. It'll tell you who's on subscription. It'll tell you if they're ordering on subscription, and then if they're placing another order outside of their subscription too. It'll tell you how many times they've ordered outside of the subscription in a month. Because some people, when I went and looked at it, I had some people ordering 3 times during the month and only once on subscription. So they're missing those other points. You see what I'm saying? So they can add all 3 of those orders in just their subscription, and they can do it at the end of the month and then get that $150 subscription and their free product. And guess what? They're on subscription for the $150 for next month. You see how that raises your points? Because a lot of them order because it's, that's what they need right then. But if it came, and automatically sent them a reminder that, hey, you're going to get the trim sticks and the global blend and the zing, then they'll be like, oh, cool, So make sure you go look at those reports. That was kind of off track, but it's really, really important because your points can double from where they're at right now, from where your subscription volume is right now, just by working those reports. Because I've been doing it and my volume's going up on the subscriptions because of people just adding 1 product or 2 products to get that free product. Okay. New distributors are coming on board, which is very, very exciting. Old customers and old distributors that have been gone and not even active on they're not even on our boards anymore. They're signing back up and coming back in. I had 2 come over to my house yesterday and they got some product, signed back up. They're now distributors again, which is very exciting because I'm surprised they're not on here, but they were almost gold managers when they left. And, we talked about why they left and talked to people, talk about, what's going to be different this time. And the thing that's going to be the thing that made them quit, which is, and this is like, it was so like, yeah, I knew it because it's the same thing that makes most people quit. People quit signing up and I felt like I was beating a dead horse. Well, guess when they signed up the first time? In February. So what came after February? Boom season. So what happens at the end of the summer? Phew, it gets hard, right? So that's what we had this whole conversation yesterday about pushing through the hard, because it does get hard. This is not easy network marketing. This is a simple process, but it's hard work because you've got to fight through the mundane, because it happens. And this last, from September till, other than November, from September until this past month, it was hard. It was hard. But look at all of you who are still here. I'm so proud of you. So now here we go. Because that's what I'm telling you. I'm feeling that momentum. I am fired up. I am all in. I am excited. I am working like crazy. I'm going back through old follow-ups. I'm going back through all of those reports. I'm going back through old customers. I'm setting up project broadcasts and sending text messages to current customers to tell them about the promos and the Manager Madness, to tell them one more time about the opportunity that we have. Because even though somebody has told you no 100 times, guess what? Our economy right now is not the same as it was the last time they told you no. I promise you. So I'm going back through the old customers, and I am excited. I feel the momentum. I feel the shift. My question is, are you? Are you excited? Are you fired up? Are you working like crazy? Are you taking every second and following up and feeling that momentum? So momentum is a mindset. Because even though it's there, and even though I feel it, even though I'm all in, even though I'm fired up and I'm having people come back, it's not, everybody's not feeling it. Everybody doesn't have that same momentum. Everybody's not fired up like me. And if you're not, then this training is for you. If you've got people on your team that's not fired up again, this training is for you to talk to them. So I'm going to give you 3 things in order to get your mind to the point where you're feeling that momentum. So the first thing is you've got to get out of your own way, and you've got to believe that you can do this. How many times have we talked about this? I'm hoping this time it's all of a sudden it's like bing, 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 all these lights go off, and it's just like all of a sudden just it's the greatest idea ever. Because you've got to get out of your own way, and you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to get rid of the self-doubt. You've got to stop telling yourself you can't. You've got to stop telling yourself you're not good enough, or you're not as good as so-and-so, or whatever it is that you're telling yourself, especially if you're comparing yourself to somebody else. Because comparison, we know, is the thief of joy. And when you don't have joy, how fast can that negativity fill your head with crap and all those lies? So get out of your own way, quit with the negativity, quit with the self-doubt, quit with the thinking that you can't do it, quit with all of that, all those lies the devil tells you, because you are good enough. And you've got to turn the negativity into positivity and know that you can and will. Look at yourself straight in the mirror and say out loud, I am going to blank. I am going to hit the rank of blank. Because in order to get to that rank, whatever it is, you've got to first get through this barrier. You got to get through this barrier right here. The one in the mirror. That's the barrier you've got to get through. So go tell yourself that you're going to do it. Okay. That's number 1. You got to believe that, you've got to believe in yourself. You got to get out of your own way. That's the hardest part. That's the hardest thing you could ever do. So the second thing is you have got to believe in the value of what we have. This was another thing that was said yesterday is, my people couldn't afford it. People can't afford it. It's too expensive. Well, I call bull on that. Because, and I had somebody the other day ask me, is it expensive? And I said, well, I don't know. Paying $10 for a pen is expensive. Paying $20,000 for a brand new SUV is cheap. What's expensive to you? It's whatever the value is and whatever you're going to pay for, whether it's expensive or not. If there's value there and it's worth it to you, I mean, my gosh, I think the products that I have, I would mortgage my house for it. I don't care what the cost is, I would buy it, because I find value in the way they make me feel. I find value in what they do for me. I find value in the opportunity it gives me. So no, it's not expensive at all to me. But you've got to look at, people are going to pay for what they want. I don't care what kind of money they have or don't have. How many people on here have an iPhone or have a Galaxy? I want to see, raise your little hands. I think you can click and put raise hands or something. I don't know, but I want to know how many are working on a smartphone. I'm thinking everybody, most everybody, or you wouldn't be on here. You know, we work our business from a smartphone. Me and Kevin, we finally gave in, y'all. The AT&T people finally got me. I swear it's this conspiracy theory. When your contract runs out, your phones quit working. Well, I've managed to put them off for a whole year, before I finally broke down, threw it across the room, and said, I have to get a new phone. And we went and got phones. And do you know how much our phones were? His was $1,100, mine was $1,300. But we looked, like the cheap ones, like the iPhone 11s are like $899. So we got 13, so $1,300. But did I buy it? Yep. You know why? Because I have value. There's value in it for me. Do other people that you know buy smartphones? I mean, go just look around. Everybody's got them in their hands. Very few people do not have a smartphone. And most of them, even if they can afford it or not, get the new ones because they find value in it. It doesn't matter what it costs. If everybody was worried about how much something costs, every single person would be driving around in the cheapest Hyundai on the road with no extras or anything, because that cheap Hyundai, and I think it's I looked it up one time, I think it's $12,000 or something. And maybe it's probably more now, probably more like 15,000 now. But even though it doesn't have the power windows, it doesn't have the power seats, it still gets you from point A to point B, right? It's a car. It gets you from point A to point B. So if people were so concerned about just how much something costs, nobody would be driving around in anything other than the cheapest model car that you could buy. But they're not, because they like the big dings and whistles. They like the heated seats. They like the comfort in the heated steering wheel. They like to not have to crank down the windows and press a button. They like the bells and whistles. So they pay more in it because they find value in it. Are y'all getting it? Are you getting it? Why we have to have the belief in what we have. We've got to see the value in what we have. So upsell. That's what I'm going to tell you. You find out what people need and you tell them what's going to help them. Don't just sell them an X bundle if they've got inflammation, because they need that global blend. If they have joint pain, don't just sell them an X bundle because they need the collagen and the global blend. Tell them what they need. You see what I'm saying? So find the value and tell people what they need, because, oh my gosh, you're leaving it on the table. You're leaving it on the table if you're only selling a bottle of collagen, if you're only selling a bottle of Accelerate, if you're only selling that X Factor. You're missing it, because that's not going to help somebody lose weight, y'all. That X Factor is zinc and Trimsticks and collagen. And I'm in chats where people are saying, I didn't lose any weight. Well, duh, you didn't get the weight loss products. You know, you've got to tell them that you're their coach. If they need to lose 80 pounds, my gosh, get them the big boy. Tell them this is going to give you what you need, and have those support products that are going to help you get healthy at the same time that you're losing this weight. You have to see the value in it yourself, and don't sell them short because you don't want to offend them by telling them it's $4.99. Bull crap. We've sold Ultimates at $550 all day long, every day, because that's what people needed. So give them what they need. Find out what it is and give it to them. Okay. You also have to see the value in this business. Right now, listen to this. 60% in the next year. From now until the end of 2023, 60% of US adults are going to be looking for a second job or already have a second job. 78 million home-based businesses are going to be started by the year 2024. 78 million, y'all. Guess what we have? Guess what we have? We have a home-based business. We have a way for somebody to have a secondary income. That's what the crisis is right now. There is a financial crisis right now. Go look on your Facebook. People are like going crazy about the gas. Go look. I want you to do this tomorrow. Count how many people on your Facebook page post something about gas prices. Because today I lost count. It was all day. People making pictures of how much they paid, people posting about the gas prices, people posting about all day. So count tomorrow and see, because every single one of those is an opportunity. They need a way to be able to supplement what they have, because it's just like the video I said, the gas prices are going up, the grocery prices are going up, cost of goods and services are going up. What's not going up is their paycheck. That's not going up. And everything else is going way up. We have a way for them to supplement their income and give them an opportunity to work from that cell phone that they're paying for without interfering with what anything else they're currently doing. They can do it an hour in the morning and they can do it an hour at night. They can turn off the TV for an hour and do it. They can do it in the bathroom. They can do it without taking away from the precious little time they already have with their family. See what I'm saying? So you got to believe in that opportunity and make sure you're telling people about it. The last thing I'm going to tell you is you have to believe that this is worth your time. You're going to have to choose if you want results or if you're going to make those excuses. You can't have both. So there's always, I'm telling you, there's always going to be a reason not to. There's always going to be kids or work or spouse or your spouse or church or friends or family or sports or you're tired. There's always going to be a reason why you can't. But you've got to prioritize this just like you do everything else. It's got to be a priority to you. And you've got to know why you want it. You've got to always go back to that why. You've always got to find, you've got to know your why, and it's got to be something that's going to get you out of bed early in the morning. It's going to have to be something to get you that keeps you up at night until it's done. And if that means that you only get 5 hours of sleep instead of 6, then you just do it, because your why is that big. It can't be just to make money. It's got to be something deeper than that. And you've got to figure out what that is. Nobody else can figure out what it is for you. Turn off the TV. Turn down invites on the weekends when somebody wants to, sometimes you're just going to have to. You're going to have to sacrifice now, like most people won't, to live later like most people can't. I'm going to say that again. Sacrifice now like most people won't, so you can live later like most people can't. Because that's what it takes. You've got to put in the effort. You've got to put aside the excuses. You've got to be dedicated. You've got to be driven. You've got to be determined. You've got to find that inner grit. Because we can come on here and your coach and me, we can inspire you. We can encourage you. We can hold your hand. We can have the boards. We can, we can give you all the tools and give you all the Atta Girls and everything else that you need to succeed. But what we can't do is motivate you. That comes from in here. Motivation comes from a deep place somewhere inside of you that is all in here. There's got to be a reason. And I'm going to tell you guys something. So I'm going to tell y'all a secret, and I need for everybody just to pinky promise that you're not going to tell anybody yet, because it has not been announced. Is everybody pinky promising? Pinky promise? Okay. So I have been asked to speak at Zinkling on stage. I'm so excited. But guess what? I gained about 25 pounds in the last year or so. And I made a decision that I am going to have that off by the time I get back on stage. By the time I walk on stage, I am going to have 25 pounds off. And there is nothing or nobody that's going to stop me. I have a why. I have a big why, because I don't want to look like a cow on the stage. That's my why. But because that why is so big, that's that momentum that I need. That's the momentum that's driving me. That's the momentum that's telling me, nope, I'm not eating anything after 7. It's the momentum that I need from here. It's not from anybody else. I had to find a why that was big enough to get me to stop eating the Oreos or stop eating, at the whatever it is, and to start taking my supplements again, and to start drinking my shakes and following the plan. It's the same thing with our business. I don't care how long it's been since you've had that momentum. Find your why. Dig deep and find it. And it's got to be something that's going to drive you. I'm going to take about 2 minutes, because it's going to seem like a long time, but I want you to write down, just start jotting down ideas. Why? What would it be? What would it mean to have financial freedom? What would you be able to do? Who would you be able to spend more time with? Who would you be able to help? What is it that would give you? What does the time freedom give you? What does the financial freedom give you? What does the time freedom give you? Does anybody want to share? Bria?
Okay. Most of you know my story, but we moved to Nashville and I had a job with Vanderbilt, and I also have a job here in Memphis. So my why would be that I can quit my half job, no traveling up and down, no exhaustion from that, time with my family. I want to be the parent that goes on a school trip. And I'm going to get emotional, but last week Liam went on a school trip. Sorry. And he's our last. Our other 2 are in their 20s. We have grandkids. He was the only kid out of the 3 of them that I wasn't on that school trip. And he didn't care. It wasn't even that. It was me. I wanted to be there. I wanted to go to St. Louis or whatever and follow after a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds. And I would have loved nothing less than that. But what do you think I was doing? Spending time with other people's families, not my own. I'm sick of it. That's my why.
That's a big one. That's a big one. That's going to get you up in the morning to do this. Anybody else want to share?
My why is keeping this roof over my head.
Yeah. Up against a rock and a hard place, you do it, right? Anybody else?
Mine is my husband's an entertainer, and we are in our 60s now, and he wants to retire, and we don't have retirement. And so that is to bring him home soon and to travel, to keep my suitcase packed all the time.
Yeah. Spend time with making memories.
Yes, and we just had the first grandbaby this weekend, so spending time with her.
That's huge. That's a good one too. Who else? Oh, y'all are quiet tonight. Nobody else has a why that they want to share? Well, I'll tell you mine because mine has changed over the years, and it's just it evolves. And as you get to, I never dreamed in a million years that I would achieve the things that I've achieved and mark things off that I've marked off. But um, I want to be able to help my church. My cousin has a church and they're meeting in a building that they don't own. And I want to be able to help him because he's been through a lot and he deserves it. And I want to be able to do that. So that's my biggest why. And that's what keeps me going. Because I'm not anywhere close to the point where I can do that right now. But I will be. Because gosh, ambassadors make a lot of money. And that's where I'm headed. And money isn't everything, but it sure can help a lot of people. So, and then the time, I've already got the time freedom and I love it. I love everything about it. So when you get the momentum, that momentum is contagious. I mean, it is just, it's that the excitement just overflows into everybody that you come in contact with. And people say that when you light something on fire, people will come for miles to watch it burn, right? But I'm just going to tell you, catch that fire, light yourself on fire, and just decide you're going to do it because it will attract people. You'll get excited and can't help but tell people. And you can do this. Every single one of you. You can do it. You're a great leader. You're worthy of greatness. You're enough. And remember, what I am is. So make sure you tell yourself what it is that you want. Because again, what I am, you fill in the blank. What I am is. And this is going to be a great year. This whole year, this month is going to be amazing. We're still just 1 weekend. I want you to reevaluate your goals. If you're not a fourth of 25% to your goal, change something. Do something different. Think outside the box. Do a promo for your team. Do something different to get that excitement going. But you've got to go back. I'm telling you, you've got a gold mine in your back office. So you've just got to go and find the people who need you and be bold. Step outside your comfort zone and be bold. Get that boldness. And we are here to help anybody. The boards are amazing. They're all set up for you. And I'm ready. I'm ready to take this. It is time for this team to explode. And I am excited for it. Has anybody got anything? Anybody want to say anything? Who's excited? Anybody want to go ahead and claim what I am? I am what this month? Speak it out loud and claim it.
I am executive.
Boom.
I am director.
Boom.
I am gold manager.
You are.
I am gold manager.
Boom. Yes, you are. Keep going. Everybody, unmute and say it. Speak it.
I am executive.
Oh, yes, you are, sister. Speak it.
I am
silver director.
consistent. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Lulu.
That's okay.
Hello,
I just
Lou.
said I am silver director.
Yes, ma'am. Go,
I
Brand.
am consistently, I'm going to be consistent and I'm a director.
Boom. Teresa?
I am gold.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
No.
I need to be gold. I
You've already
can't,
told.
I can't get a cruise if I'm not gold twice. So
No, no, keep going up.
higher. What?
Yes.
I don't know.
You
I
are
know.
platinum.
Okay.
Say it. Say it.
I am platinum. I hope.
No, no, no. We're gonna stop here a second. Say it and claim it.
I am platinum.
Nope. Say it with confidence.
I don't have it right now.
Yeah. Take mine. Use mine. Use my belief in you. Use my belief in you because I believe with everything in me. You are a platinum manager. Boom. So that means, go ahead, Deborah. What are you, sister?
I am silver.
Yes, you are. Sharon, what are you?
I am silver.
Yes, ma'am. And then I'll go ahead and speak for Monica because Monica's going to be silver as well. There's your points right there, Teresa. Hello. Boom. See? Who's next? Let's see. Bambi.
I said a while ago,
Oh.
I'm gold manager.
Go manager. I couldn't see who that was. Joanne.
I'm not gonna let some clown change his watch bands for a living.
I am gold.
Gold manager all day long.
Yeah.
Right.
I am executive.
Woo-hoo! And this is a silver executive team. I am claiming it right now. And I love all of you so much. And I'm going to tell you that I am going to speak Ephesians 3:20 over this team. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask because we honor him. His blessings are going to take us down and overtake us. We're in the right place at the right time. And I declare a boldness to rise up in each and every one of you. God is going to open supernatural doors. People are going to seek us out and we are going to rise in the ranks because we give him the honor and the glory for it all. I love you guys. Have a great
Love
night.
you.